Studying the law of sines. My dad has a friend that was an explosives expert. He kind of got too friendly with alcohol, and they won't let him touch it anymore, unfortunately. But he planned demolitions, blowing up hillsides, all sorts of neat stuff, right? The one comment that I always remember that he said was, "I wish I would have paid attention in trigonometry in high school, because it would have made my job a lot easier." So I hear it a lot, actually. People tell me because I'm a math teacher. So let's say you have a non-right triangle there, right? And we'll just name it our arbitrary ABC because that's what the book does. We can name one cat or dog leader, right? The law of sines is neat because it says that the ratio of a side to the sine of its angle is always going to be the same as the ratio of another side to the sine of its angle. So if I have any three pieces of that information, I can solve for the other one, right? And this applies to, you can set any two of them equal to each other like this. So I could also do A over sine A.
Is that if it's a
C over sine C. Okay.
Is that if it's isosceles?
Doesn't matter. Is that an isosceles triangle?
No.
Probably not if we put the tape measure to it, right?
No, it's just, okay, I get it.
It's just a triangle, right? So any of these work. The last one would be B over sine B equals C over sine C, correct?
Yeah.
Right, so any of those three ratios will hold. Okay. Let's make up a problem and hope it sticks. Brandon, what's the measurement of A? Just throw a number out there. 7. Okay. Brooke, what's B?
14.
Okay. And we'll make angle B.
12.
Angle B.
37 degrees.
120 degrees. It's obtuse, so I want to make it look close. Okay. Can I calculate the measurement of angle A? Yeah, because I have B and side B, and I have A. My only variable is the angle. So 7, if I'm using this one right here, over sine A is 14 over, whoops, sine 120.
Oh.
Yeah. You remember how to solve proportions? Cross multiply, divide. So we'd have, what's the sine of 120? Anybody have a calculator handy?
Yeah.
Do you need it?
0.866.
It is. Anybody have the unit circle memorized yet?
Oh, it would be negative. It's negative. Like, is it 1/2 root 3 over 2?
So it is. It's one of the two of those.
Yeah.
The 1/2 and root 3 over. Here's 120 degrees. Right? Do you remember what the y coordinate?
Yeah, it's 1/2 root 3. It's negative 1/2.
Right. Oh, okay. I see what you mean now. Which of those is the sine? Right. So you could put root 3 over 2 here.
Oh, sweet.
That's the equivalent decimal, right? Take your pick. Okay, and this could be a no calculator problem. At this point, sign, okay, so cross multiply, sorry. We'll work out this morning, loosen up a little bit of junk in the lungs. Okay, so cross multiply.
You have to do?
No, you can shortcut it if you're fast.
Like,
You can multiply and divide if you want.
would taking 14 and dividing it by 0.8660 not work?
Yeah, you could do that too. There are lots of ways to solve these. Yeah, I mean, take your pick. So, what's this number?
Can I find out?
0.4330.
I got you. It is 6.062. Divided by 14. 0.433. Oh wow.
Oh, freaking.
How?
What's 7 divided by 14? It's 1/2, right? What's 1/2
You're
of
a
this?
cheater.
I'm not a cheater!
It's just a math.
And it's not even a trick.
Genius.
You're just thinking
You're a
strategically,
math teacher.
okay? You think strategically. How can I make this easier on myself? That was easier than punching it in a calculator.
I was actually more impressed than I should have.
I should have just let it go.
You should have just said magic.
It's like, I should have just said, I know everything and moved on.
Yeah.
I missed my chance. Okay. What is, how do I solve for A?
Well,
How do I move this, remember? Yeah, sine inverse.
we do inverse of sine.
It's a -1. Okay, so what is that? That I don't have memorized?
Oh, yeah, I
Why?
have it. It's 25.6580.
Again, if you're prepping for AP Math, then 3 decimals is your ticket.
Why don't you do 4?
Final answer is always 3 in AP Calc course.
So they take the first 3 even if you list like
25. You can list them all.
What if
As long as the
someone-
first 3 are right, you'll get credit.
Someone wrote all the digits of pi as an answer, almost like to like 1200.
That's ridiculous.
remember.
I would only encourage that if you are completely done with the rest of the exam. Because there's a lot more to do than just write pi out. Thank you. Okay, so does that make sense? Using the law of signs? If you have 3 numbers, one of them, 2 of them do have to be across from each other. Okay? You can solve for the 4th. Okay? Let's see if there's any.
Mr. Arthur, how many decimals of pi have you been able to say?
8, 10.
Really?
I don't waste my time on stuff like that.
I got a candy bar for reciting 108.
Would you like another one?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
No, I don't remember that much.
There you go. Okay.
There's gotta be a it has to end.
It doesn't.
It has
It
to.
never has to number.
That's why that's my
Okay.
Let's see how far it goes.
There are, so I think you're good there.
Actually, it doesn't. I think it's like 4.85.
How do you calculate triangle area? Okay. We as math teachers have kind of sheltered you that is only one of the formulas you can use to calculate triangle area. There's another one that involves trigonometry.
Yeah.
There's another one that bases it just on all three side lengths.
And there's one where you look up an answer.
Just throw it in a computer and it gives you the answer, right? Okay, so here's an alternative. No, I can go through the development of it, the trigonometry behind it. So if you have all three angles and one side length, this formula's for you. Calculate triangle area. Okay. You could also use, notice that A and sine A, right? So if I have B here, the bottom's going to be sine of B, and this will be sine A, sine C. Okay.
Okay.
So you can adjust that formula to any of those three side angles and one side that you have. And you can also do one with C, right? C and sine C would be on the bottom. So very real possibilities for computing triangle area.
So your angle is
Okay,
60,
so
60, 90, and one side length is 5.
How do you know when you use which one?
So,
Well, that's a good question. Here, let's call this triangle cat. There's only one cat in the world I've ever liked, but
I don't like cats.
does that add up to 180? Yes, sir, it does.
yes.
Okay. And we'll call this side 10 feet.
Sure.
Okay, good. I have A and side A, right? So these two are going to form the 1/2 10 squared and the sine of 46. So the side that's opposite the angle, they go opposite top and bottom, right? And then the other two angles are up here, sine 45, sine 89. Now that's just throw it in the calculator problem and you get an answer. So So those two are opposite of each other.
Is that 89 or
89. What you got?
It is I got 49.158.
Are you in radians or degree mode? Brandon, what was your answer? Caleb?
I had 49.158.
And what are the units in area here?
Feet squared.
Squared feet, yeah, okay. So, again, it's probably never going to come up again in your life, but just know that you can look this stuff up and it's there if you need it. Okay, like I said, we'll talk about Hero's formula, which uses all three side lengths to calculate area. So, do you think you can handle the law of sines? That's my big question for the day. Well, you've got 30 minutes, so try to work some problems, and if you get stuck, I'm here to help you. Bueno.
thanks for